She wasn't a general. She wasn't a soldier. She was a bald eagle, and she marched through 39 Civil War battlefields while Confederate sharpshooters had orders to take her down. They never did. But her end? That's the part history almost forgot. It started with a trade. A Wisconsin farmer named Daniel McCann swapped a young bald eagle for a bushel of corn. He called her Old Abe, after Lincoln himself. When the 8th Wisconsin Volunteer Infantry formed up, they didn't just want a mascot. They got a legend. Old Abe didn't watch from the rear. She rode into the thick of it, perched on a custom shield, screaming overhead while mini-A balls tore the air around her. Confederate troops learned fast. When that eagle circled, the 8th Wisconsin was coming hard. At Vicksburg, artillery shattered the air and Old Abe broke free. For hours, she circled overhead, screaming down at the chaos. Union soldiers swore she was rallying them. The Confederates had another name for her. They called her the Yankee Buzzard. They wanted her dead. Confederate command didn't see a bird. They saw a symbol, and symbols win wars. They issued explicit orders: capture or kill Old Abe, break the 8th Wisconsin's spirit. Sharpshooters tried. Across multiple battles, they took their shots. Every single one missed. She was untouchable. 39 battles. 2 wounds, a spent bullet, a glancing shot, and she never fell. When the war ended, Old Abe marched in the Grand Review down Pennsylvania Avenue, the 8th Wisconsin's living war banner. She had outlasted the bloodiest conflict in American history. After the guns fell silent, Old Abe retired to the Wisconsin state capitol. She became a living monument. Tourists, veterans, children all came to see the eagle that survived the war. She had cheated death on battlefields across the South. But death doesn't always come from where you expect. February 26, 1881. A fire started in the Capitol basement. Old Abe was upstairs, trapped. She survived 39 battlefields, Confederate kill orders, 2 gunshot wounds, and she died from smoke inhalation in a government building, 20 years after the war ended. The irony is almost too dark to believe. They preserved her, taxidermied her, put her on display. Then in 1904, another fire took even that from history. Today, Old Abe exists only in photographs and the stories passed down. A bird who became a soldier who became a symbol, and a symbol that in the end couldn't survive peace. Old Abe isn't just a war story. She's the absurdity of conflict, a bird drafted into humanity's darkest chapter, turned into a weapon of morale, and destroyed by the peace that followed. She survived everything war could throw at her. What she couldn't survive was the world the war built. Some symbols outlive their meaning. She didn't. At every reunion, the surviving men of the 8th Wisconsin gathered around an empty perch. They didn't debate tactics or honor generals. They told stories about a bird. Because Old Abe wasn't just their mascot, she was the one thing they all saw every battle that wasn't trying to kill them or be killed. We remember Gettysburg, we remember Appomattox, but history's strangest echoes aren't in the grand movements, they're in the absurd details. A farmer trading an eagle for corn, a regiment carrying a bird into hell, a symbol that survived everything except ordinary life. That's the story that haunts. If stories like this pull you in, the forgotten, the unexplained, the dark edges of history that textbooks skip, hit subscribe. Mythorica digs where others don't. The next story is already waiting in the shadows.